What's up, guys? Welcome to another YouTube video. Thank you guys for watching. Today it's gonna be a good video. Sorry it took a while. I had plans for it to be a couple days ago. It was gonna come out like the 2nd or 3rd. But my equipment for recording my Xbox wouldn't let me upload my videos, because what I do is I use my Xbox to record background gaming clips, because I can't make a YouTube video like I could on PlayStation. But what I do is I record. It will save on my recordings. Then I'll go through my phone, because I have the app, and I will take the games, put on my phone. I use CapCut. I put the videos on CapCut, and then I, voice over everything to make my videos. Which YouTube, or not YouTube, Xbox. Sorry, I'm out of my head. I've been focusing on this video almost all day. So today we're going to be reviewing Hazbin Hotel. It's an anime. Season 2 came out a while ago, but I want to review it now that everything's working. So yeah, if you guys don't know what Hazbin Hotel is, they're the same universe as Helluva Boss, same creator, Vivian Medrano. Wonderful storyline, wonderful character arc. And we're gonna basically dive into season 2. I'm gonna ask some questions, gonna try to explain what the season was about. It was a really good season. Season 3 apparently is in the making, and apparently Vivi has said that it's going to be about family, and the color is purple and green, which we'll get to our theories and what's confirmed for season 3. And then we're going to predict if we are going to see season 3 of Helluva Boss this year. And what we're going to... Yeah, we're basically... It's going to be like a review for season 2. And then our hopes and goals... Or not our hopes and goals, but like... What will we see out of content for Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss? Because why not? So yeah. Welcome, guys. Sorry about the intro. Today we will be reviewing a show that's been out for a little bit, but I just recently watched it in full, and now I got my minds all together. So I'm going to review it, and I'm going to ask some questions, and then we're going to talk about some theories of what's to come. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, I am talking about a show called Hazbin Hotel, Season 2 by Vivian Medrano. It is a really good TV show. It has some qualities to it. Really funny, really entertaining. So yeah. Here are the characters of the show. I'm not going to say their names because it's going to take a while. But, yeah, I'll let you read them. Now, there are 3 characters I want to name out. Charlie Morningstar, Lucifer, and Lilith. They are a family. Charlie is Lucifer's daughter, and Charlie is also Lilith's daughter. So for now, I'm going to address them as Charlie's dad and Charlie's mom. So, the season begins with Charlie at her now rebuilt hotel, because in the last season, season 1, there was a war between Adam, the exorcist, and Charlie and her crew. So, the hotel got destroyed, they rebuilt it, and now season 2, we are now in the new rebuilt hotel. Heaven is on lockdown, or Heaven goes onto lockdown. They locked down because one Serpentius died in the battle of the last season, and he is now in heaven because he sacrificed himself for his love, which is Cherry Bomb. He then goes up to heaven. They don't know what's going on. They don't know why it happened. So they go into lockdown because they don't know what hell is going to do. Because Adam is now dead. So the whole season is about Vox manipulating, who is this guy. The guy in the middle is Vox. The guy to the right is Valentino. And then the girl on the left is Velvet. So they make up the V's. So Vox is the bad guy of the season because he gets power hungry. He wants to take over heaven. He wants to take over hell. Like, he just wants to take control of everything. But he doesn't say it because he manipulates. So what he does is he has his friends, he just straight manipulates everybody. They get into a fight with Alistair, which is this scene. So this scene was actually a pretty good scene. They fight, they kill a couple of innocent people, and then eventually Alistair, makes a deal with him. Hey, you own me, but there's only one condition that you don't do. And if you do it, the deal's off. So he basically says you don't touch Charlie or the hotel. So the hotel, Vox goes and tries to make lies, tries to make Charlie look bad, because Vox wanted to be the strongest overlord, so that way he can gain power and start a rebellion. So when he does that, we find out that he was a cult leader. And he gives a backstory of what happened to a song. I cannot show that scene because of copyright reasons. But we find out that he was a news anchor. He was then a late night show entertainer, and he was very power hungry. So he started a cult. He died when a TV fell on his head. Some say that it was that was on purpose. Some say that it was part of the cult. But we give backstory on Alistair and Vox, and we also get a backstory about how Vox and Alistair were once friends. And we also get a backstory about Alistair and what he did before he died, which honestly was a very good filler. Honestly, good character build. So we learn that Charlie's dad cannot hurt other sinners in hell. That was his punishment. He cannot hurt any sinners that are in hell. Because he hated them the most, and punishment for doing whatever he did was that he had to sit down there with other sinners, the ones that he hates the most, and he cannot touch them. So they eventually end up showing Charlie's dad, and I'm going to show you. This is the funniest scene that I've had a massive laugh when I seen this. So the scene is Vaggie comes in and asks Charlie's dad if he could go do something, maybe like smite Vox, because Vox has been harassing Charlie, which is his daughter. And that's when he says, yeah, I can't do that, because that was the whole punishment thing, was I have to be down here with the sinners and I can't touch them. That was the whole part of my punishment. So he goes, and this is when Vox does the Vox Populi scene. Charlie's dad comes and tries to intimidate him because, Charlie's dad didn't know that Vox had somebody spying on them, which was, well, you guys don't even learn that down the road, but it was Angel Dust. Angel Dust was a spy, because Vox can manipulate people by using his power of mind control to do whatever he wants, and he was using Angel Dust to gather information. That's how we find out later in the season. That's how he that's how he did it. That's how he got the information, how he became ahead of him all the time. I don't know why I just did that, but so he comes, he tries to, threaten Vox, and Vox was like, oh yeah, smite me, and he goes, and then when Charlie's dad wanted to go smite him, or go to punch him, because he was actually going to smite him, his whole punishment stopped him from hitting him, because Vox was a sinner in hell, and therefore he could not hit Vox. And that's when he started the whole uprising. The angels came down and were trying to apologize for the extermination, because heaven was mad, because nobody knew about the exterminations besides the head angel. And they went down, they came down, they tried to apologize. Vox flipped it on them and just absolutely went ham, started threatening war. He made a laser that he manipulated, because after the whole Charlie's dad came and tried to basically just scare him, Charlie found out. Charlie and her dad got into it, and then Vox used Charlie's voice, because he was a TV, he can manipulate. He lured Charlie's dad into an area where he was then trapped in a sphere, because he had to deal with an angelic weapon dealer. They made like a tube, which is when he walked in, the sphere trapped him inside the machine. He was hooked to a gadget where Charlie's dad, the machine would basically use Charlie's dad's angelic powers to basically shoot a laser up to heaven to break down the doors, and then eventually he was going to go up there and invade, take control, became practically God, and was going to destroy everything. Even his friends, even though he led them to thinking that they were all going to be up there with him, but and realistically, his goal was to just control everything for himself. And So one thing led to another. We find out earlier in the season, before all this happened, we found out that there was a deal that Alistair had. He had a deal with Rosie, which is this. So Rosie, before Alistair died when he was a human, he knew he was going to die. He was a murderer. He was a cannibal. He was eating somebody. He knew he was going to die. So he made a deal with Rosie saying that he already knows where he's going. He knows where his life is going to end. And that he wants to be the most powerfulest overlord in hell. So she goes, alright, well, there's something I want you to do for me. We don't know what she wanted him to do. All we know is that she had him at the hotel. So he thinks of a ways to get out of there, and I guess he thinks that if he goes and makes a deal with Vox, he plays Vox, makes Vox think that he's the strongest. He eventually makes Charlie admit that he is the strongest sinner in hell. So that way, when Charlie said that she is the princess of hell, because she's the father's daughter, her mother's daughter, therefore, Rosie's deal is broken because Alistair is no longer the strongest overlord. Then, with Vox's ego at all time high, he taps Charlie's shoulder. Vox thinks that when Alistair made that deal, he thought that Alistair meant to hurt Charlie. But Alistair didn't mention what he meant by that. He just said, do not touch Charlie or the hotel. So, he used wordplay to break that deal, too. So then they get into a fight. All hell breaks out. You know, like, all the fighting. Meanwhile, Charlie's trying to prove to the people that, hey, Repentance is still alive. He's in heaven. You know, I did not lie to you because Vox had everybody under the oppression that was a lie. Some type of way to just basically just keep us separated, you know. So the fight breaks on. He loses his mind. It was just a really good season. Like, he loses his mind. He tries to use the cannon to kill Alistair. He levels a lot of buildings. They fight in demon mode, in the demon forms. Alistair obviously comes up the winner, and then right as Vox is about to overload the cannon and just kill everybody, you know, hell, heaven, earth, you know, just absolutely just destroy everything. His crew, the Bees, take him down, and Valentino rips his head off. During another thing happening, Lou starts to lose her, like, mind, because, like, she had feelings for Adam. Like, she wanted, you know, she never got to tell Adam that she loved him. She had, like, feelings for him. So we see her going down the path of just wanting to revenge. One of the scenes was a song called Gravity, and if you guys don't know what it is, it has a lot of, like, elements to, like, a lot of this season had a lot of depictions with the Bible. You know, it ties in with its, you know, the religion. Gravity was a pretty good song. I absolutely loved Gravity. It was a good scene. It was about somebody literally going down the spiral because she lost Adam because she thinks that Charlie killed Adam when it wasn't Charlie that killed Adam. It was actually Nifty. But yeah, she swore to get revenge. She started going down this dark spiral, saying that she's gonna get revenge, eye for an eye, because the Yomi is dead. Like, that was just like, it was a good scene. Just the whole season was a good season. There are some questions that I did have. Before we do that, let me finish this.
Because I have an abundance.
So, near the end, they break out to a song called Hear My Hopes, which is a very good scene. Abel mans up and tells Luke to go back because they come down to go rescue Emily because Emily's down there and she's the one that started to Hear My Hope.
I assume this book has more pictures than words.
Because they knew that if that machine wasn't stopped, it was going to overpower, and it was going to explode, and it was going to destroy everything. So, the whole leech scene comes, you know, they battle. Abel goes, you need to step back, and you need to, you know, let's go. It's not a fight right now. So they ended up making it to where the machine, when it blew up, it just broke apart. Near the end of the season, near the end of that scene, the last episode, it pans to Charlie in the room, just getting done calling her mother, Lilith, and she doesn't answer because she's been ignoring her and her father's phone call because they're all like split. So, near the end, her phone goes off, and it says Lilith, or Mom. And that's when it just cuts to black. Now, we do have confirmation that the next season is going to be about family. So, Lilith is probably going to come. Charlie's dad is going to be there, obviously. We also do know that Alistair might actually be the villain. That might be confirmed. I'm not too sure. I've been hearing rumors that Alistair might be the next season's villain. But it makes sense because now Alistair doesn't have a chain because that deal that he made with Rosie is done. So he could just say, you know, F Charlie, you know, I'm going to go do what I want to do. I'm going to go be this most powerful overlord, and, you know, just whoever gets in my way, you know,
I could have shot you somewhere
just, you know, kill him, you know. So I don't know. I really am interested in season 3 of Hazbin Hotel, which they already, when season 2 dropped, they started immediately going and doing voice acting of season 3 or season 3 of Hazbin. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if Hazbin's going to come out before Haluva Boss, or if Haluva Boss season 3 is going to come out before, you know, Hazbin. I do know that there was a leak for Hazbin, or for actually for both. But there was a leak from Brandon Rogers saying that some of these scenes that are in the next season of Haluva Boss is going to be absolutely crazy. Which there are rumors of what the next season for Haluva Boss is going to be. We're not going to get into it right now, but we are right now we are at a point in the community where we're trying to just decipher what everything still means in season 2. So like there could be like a scene that nobody's really broken down yet, and you might find like new story, I want to say. It was just a good season. I honestly, I think I would like it a lot. I think I like it a lot. But there are some questions. Before I forget, there was a scene with Vaggie and Charlie, which was just a love scene between them two. Which, honestly, is kind of cool. I enjoyed it. It was a very good scene. It was a very good, because like, before that they were fighting, and that scene came up and it was just like made up. Yeah, but before I forget, there was one scene that I did not mention at all. Here it is. So this was the scene from Gravity, which is, in my opinion, one of the most coolest scenes. It depicts, there's a lot of meanings I guess you can pick up from it. But yeah, she's going to, I think she's going to end up, like, honestly, I think she's going to end up snapping. And she's probably going to find herself down in hell for doing something. Like, you can already see, like, she's trying to defy, like, the rules, and she goes against a lot of, you know, the orders that she was giving. But yeah, I think she's just gonna, like, end up, she's gonna snap. Like, she's snapping. She's going to, like, get to the point where, like, she's just gonna have enough, and she's gonna try to get revenge on Vaggie and Charlie, because she thinks that they are the ones that killed Adam. Realistically, it was Nifty. So, and then here's another scene that I thought was really cool. This scene is pretty cool. It was Alistair and Charlie's dad. They were, they hate each other because Alistair looks at Charlie as a daughter, and so does Charlie's dad looks at Charlie as a daughter. And because what they don't tell you in season 2, well, I mean, they already said it in season 1.
The day you imbeciles said anything to
Charlie's dad just went into like a hiatus. He didn't call nobody. He didn't talk to nobody in his room. He was just inventing a lot of stuff. I do believe in Haluva Boss, the last scene of Mastermind. I think that's what the episode was called. You see all the 7 deadly sins, and you have wrath, which was Satan, and you have sloth, you have greed, you have lust, you have glutton. Which they all have names. We'll talk about that when, I guess, either when season 3 of Haluva Boss comes out, or if I decide to do a video of Haluva Boss, which that might actually happen. But Pride was Charlie's dad, and he wasn't there in that scene. But for some reason we're just obsessed with rubber ducks. I don't know what that's about, if that was just supposed to be like a ha-ha thing. But there's a lot of questions that I have about this season and last season. Like, I feel like this was a good season. It answered a lot of questions, but there was a lot more questions that were there's a lot more questions out there now. Like, who is Rosie? Like, who is she? She's like, she must be really powerful if she was able to make Alistair the most powerfulest overlord. Like, who is she? During all this, like, exterminations, you know, the battle, where were the 7 deadly sins? Like, what were they doing? Like, oh, it's just, there's a lot more questions. And we know that they are in that same universe because they are in the same universe as each other, because they already confirmed it. Where was Blitz? Where was Millie? Where was Luna? Where was, Moxie? Where was IMP at? Like, where was every character in Kaluga Boss at during this battle? Like, because we know that IMP is in the same ring as the hotel. Like, it's like, what? So that was one of the questions. We didn't really get to see, like, and I thought that was pretty weird. I mean, not really, because season 2 probably was already halfway done when they got the Prime deal. So, I mean, it would have been cool if they, had like hints. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was hints a little bit. There was a scene in season 2 is when Luke was talking to the speaker of God. Her mask like did some type of like glitch, and it kind of like when I seen it, it kind of like looked like it gave like a Luna face, but it wasn't. It was I forget what it. I found out what it was. It was like some type of like glitch or something, but it literally looked like it was like Luna's eyes. I wonder if I'm looking back at it now. I'm thinking, I wonder if there was any like hints and subtle like clues. But yeah, season was good. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. Honestly, it would have been more, but I just honestly think that the episodes should have came. There should have been more episodes, in my opinion, not no longer episodes too. Cause like there would be times where like it's like, man, this is a really good episode, like a really good episode. It's getting good, and then it's like it's over. Next episode. I didn't like how they did it. Yeah, every Wednesday you would have like 2 episodes come out. I mean, I guess they did that to make up for like how short the episodes are, but if they were going to do that, I honestly think that we should have done it like more episodes in the season. Vivi did confirm that she does want to do longer episodes and more episodes, like longer seasons, because there's only 2 more seasons of Haluva Boss, and there's only technically 2 after this season yet. 2 more episodes or 2 more seasons of Hazbin. Now, I'm going to say this. I think this is my prediction. We're going to get to season 4 of Haluva Boss, and the fan base is just going to just want more seasons. And I think honestly, if they do 2 more seasons and done, I think that was a waste of Prime's platform, in my opinion, because they just got put on that platform and now they're gonna end it. That doesn't make sense. Like, I'm wondering if Vivi's gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna continue doing this, because like it's a good episode. It's a good series. Like, I get not everything can go for as long as like The Walking Dead, but you literally just got the biggest deal, like Prime deal, and you're gonna end it in 2 seasons. Like, that's just, unless there's spinoffs, which I hope there is a spinoff, and I hope Luna gets her own spinoff, because I feel like she could like definitely be a main character of her own show. But we'll talk more about that, and we're going to talk more about Hazbin Hotel in this video. This video is going to be Hazbin Hotel focus. But alright, so one of my questions was, where was IMP at, like, during this whole fight? Where was, like, there's just so many questions, like, what was, where was all the other 7 deadly sins? Where was,
for the mouse.
And it's kind of funny now I'm thinking about it. Did we ever see any showdown in Hazbin? I don't know. No, we have. I think, yeah, I think we do. I don't know. I don't think we've ever seen imps. That's cool. That's another thing, too. I don't know, I just think that this season could have been a little bit more longer, in my opinion. Like, the episodes could have been more longer. The season could have been more longer. Like, I was really, like, disappointed. Like, I was just really wanting more time to where, like, I can be like, here's she's from. Because, like, there was times where it was getting good, and it was just like, episode done. Now you have to wait you gotta wait a week. And it was just like, by the time the episode came out, it was just like, But, theory time. I think season 3 is going to be the biggest thing. Because I think Lilith is coming back. I think that's going to cause some type of trouble. I think they're also going to find out that the phone wasn't really Lilith. It was going to be Eve. Because they already dropped some subtle hints. I don't know if it's been debunked or not. But one of the scenes is the phone ringing, and it was a plate of apples. Now, Vivi is very known for dropping, like, hints like that. So, an apple. Lilith isn't known for eating an apple. You know who is, though? Eve. So, maybe Eve is the one that has her phone, and that's why she's not answering, because she's like, who the fuck is this? Maybe Lilith is actually Rosie. And that would make sense, because the way Rosie contacted Alistair when he was trying to contact the other side, it was through a radio. And in the show, Lilith tried to start an uprising in hell by using her musical abilities. That kind of makes sense. So maybe Rosie is Lilith, and she gave her phone to the Exorcist army, and they gave the phone to Eve to basically make it think that Lilith is no longer in hell. I mean, that would be pretty cool. Because who is Rosie, and how does she get the capable abilities of making somebody a powerful overlord? Like, actually, now I think about it, that's actually a very solid, theory. We also know that we also know that Alistair might be a villain in the next season, because we also know that the next season's color is going to be, so it's going to be green and purple, and they say that it's going to be based on family. So we're going to see the Morningstar family, which is Lilith, Charlie's dad, and Charlie, and then we're also going to see Angel Dust, and then there's going to apparently be a new protagonist of the V's. So I'm wondering if next season's probably gonna be about family. Definitely. I mean, it's already confirmed. Apparently, it's already been done. Like, the voice recording's been done late 2025. So, it's just the animation part now, because animation takes time. But, honestly, they say it's either going to be late 2026 to 2027. Which, I'm okay with. I'm hoping that we get to see Helluva Boss before Hazbin. Season 3. But yeah, it was such a really good season. I think the reason why I ranked it 7 out of 10 is because there was still a little bit of like plot holes and plot twists that needed it to be answered and never did. And I think the biggest thing for me was the not very long episodes, and the season was very, very short. Like, I mean, it felt very short. And I think the reason why it felt very short was probably because every Wednesday it came out with 2 episodes, and it only lasted a couple Wednesdays. Like, I was really hoping that it was gonna last longer and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think honestly, I'm very, very pleased with the season. 7 out of 10 ain't that bad. Oh, we also did find out too about Pretentious backstory, and you know what? They hinted at Jeff the Killer. Yeah. Sorry about the way that this video. It was very mashed, all over the place. A lot of the stuff that I talked about didn't happen in chronological order. But it was just more of an overview of the season, and I just wanted to let you know how I felt about it. I felt like it was good. I did feel like there was a lot of missed opportunities. Like, you could have had like the biggest crossover like near the end. Because I knew, like, if honestly, the IMP team could have been there to just to stop, some of the attacks. But yeah, I'm gonna get going, guys. This is probably gonna, be released on Friday. I'm doing this on a Thursday. It is 7/19. It's 7/19. And yeah, it was good talking to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed your day. I hope you enjoyed this video. And there's going to be more videos come out because you got the Fallout show going on. I'm watching it as it comes out. And then I'm going to be doing a review of the entire season when it comes out. I think that's what I'm going to do when a TV show comes out. I think I'm just going to watch the whole season and then do a whole season review. I think I like that. But yeah, and I'll definitely be talking more about other things like games and stuff like that. There's a couple games that I want to review when it comes out, so maybe I'll review when it comes out. Alright, peace.